over the issues and dealt with issues from archaeology to zoology. And it let you know, say, and some way be no kind DC for any policy in an rather said, Sanyamani in a tonsium. It's answer President Mahama from galamsey to the economy to education, all issues or the division on it by all the questions he answered them, and we'll be getting the perspectives of our guests. But before that, President Mahama can be or say insistent but was say insistent but change is coming. Shema Mrs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time for change. The time for change has come. And it is not just a slogan, but a clarion call to the heart and soul of our nation. This is the time for change because of the urgent need for a transformative shift in the way we govern, the way we create jobs, the way we live, the way we provide social services, including health and education, and the way we envision the future of our dear country, Ghana.
Eti President Mahama, and I'm saying Ghana, or say Emra Swa was saying Samba. We cannot afford to let generations unborn down. I was say ye to abandon system because on minor essay. Now Osanso Chremu, why in Tia I was say you vote for incessant because in the last infirmary about Bonnie Akufo-Addo Bawumia and Pipi Abenyi or must say o minor and also Shrema Mrs. CI.
After almost 8 years under the deplorable leadership of the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia administration, we have seen our country sink into a serious economic abyss. The current economic mess sums up the verdict on this MPP administration. The harsh reality is that for most citizens, the piteous journey over the period has been a very bitter experience of economic and social deprivation. The unprecedented levels of poverty, unemployment, deterioration in our people's livelihoods, and social inequity have exposed the dubious strategy of hiding incompetence under sloganeering. It confirms without hesitation that the disruptive and hasty experimentation with the lives of the Ghanaian people was underpinned by a naive exuberance, arrogance, and indeed selfishness. And I'm referring to the economic challenges that have shattered the dreams of our youth and the aspirations of the vulnerable in our society. No one has been spared, not children, not adults, including the middle class and the elderly have all been hit very.
So, the President Mahama can a potoka sebunyana say, and Kofobi by a ho at the adoko slogans, ebeji to me. But Nashi ni kutre, omo number, omuni mejuma, omuni your mind hondo. But sloganeering tea. Can't say that one district, one factory, one village, one town. Then so they had no clue about how they would implement these things. And this is the more reason why, come 7th December, I was here system. He gave hope that so we can turn the tide. And he gave us 5 reasons why we can turn the tide. But I'll only show you 3 very quickly. Now we are back into the studios for the necessary conversation. And the producer, my videos,
fellow Ghanaians, and that's a very famous refrain, fellow Ghanaians. Notwithstanding these challenges, I am imbued with the optimism and a steadfast belief in my God Almighty and the amazing creativity of the Ghanaian people to assure you tonight that together we shall turn around this tide. We shall turn this government's destructive tide into positive and progressive waves, waves that will reverberate in every home and corner of our country and across the globe, demonstrating that Ghana has once again gotten back on track. Let me give you 5 good and solid reasons why we shall reset Ghana and turn the tide. 1 is experience. Unlike any other candidate, I have navigated Ghana through tough economic waters before. My presidency was marked by significant infrastructure development, building economic buffers for inclusive growth while ensuring macroeconomic stability. I understand the intricacies of national crisis management and possess the proven experience to reset Ghana from the economic challenges that we face today. The second point is visionary leadership for economic revival. My vision for Ghana is rooted in sustainable development. I'll focus on revitalizing our economy for job creation through industrialization, enhancing agriculture, and ensuring the efficient use of our natural resources. My administration will introduce cross-cutting innovative policies that are inclusive, growth-oriented, and capable of restoring hope back to our youth. And the third point is commitment to job creation. Recognizing that our youth are the backbone of this nation, my government will prioritize and create decent, well-paying, and sustainable jobs by fostering a conducive environment for entrepreneurship and innovation. The government and the private sector will not only tackle unemployment, but also inspire a generation of change makers and problem solvers.
Also, these are some highlights from the historic media engagement. The nation builder in Puntunyumura, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and in some trouble for ye kwesida etwemi. Also, wojidie mapa. Se mfa woni bebia omampenya Kufuado ne bawulaya asega na edru. Ghana will rise again. We shall turn the tide because he is experienced, number one. Waye bida, mpenyi se de waye bida ne friend ayeboafo. Ye de your mind is shining sir. He will hit the ground running. Na enam se waye bida nti unim bebia ye fa Ghana bitumi afa ne ntomapa efrebiem. There also be also vision. And this what they hunu kese a ebetumi a transform Ghana ma Ghana be ye krabehwe. There also miensa o say obai ne ma ye toso mienu yi. There sinani so any adwuma. Na no na Ghana for do we ye mabunu. Memo ane mabawa enne obuni anidaso. And no mo wa ho kyeremu no mu di abeni. And now when you to aka won sebo mu di omo ye no. Di omo hwehwe no no adwuma. And he spoke at length about the 24-hour economy. Ebema adwuma buso ama obia enye biaye. So this brings us to the end of recapping the main highlights. You better question and answers in the course of the conversation. Now key questions ni answers be or the buyer no also what to me atibi. Now for and so NDC 360 we are making history because like I told you, your guest for today and you're the regular guest we usually have. But they come what I said NDC intini Ghana intini and maybe a who here say the voices of conscience, voices of patriotism. Nipa, they are not NDC people per se, but omo kano kre omo wa kukudru o me dom akoma so no mo dwen o man no ebe bia na de omo beba no mo so aba be kansem a ebe boa wo na wetimi ehu de ekoso ye my Ghana mu no wato abapa. And today we are blessed to have two broadcast journalists of many years experience. They are some of the best in the area of Nsentro and the Ubo Ejumano. And we are comrades in the struggle to rescue our country from the clutches of Amambofuya, Omajo Meya Kentanswa, Omonio Bobusia Fonio Moma, Eseo. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Kwamana Bobie Ansa, broadcast journalist, and the host of Citizen Show on Accra FM. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Captain Smart. My friend Ukwejo. Known him for a very long time, all the way back from Kumasi. Today, he's the host of Unia Machin. These two experienced, patriotic, courageous broadcasters have joined me in the studio. Benji from Mama Kwaba.
Yes.
I'm starting to Kwaba now. You watch it. Na enyema muti say
ya wonkwa ya na obusa nkrofo say nyema muti say ya also me can but at least we have life and that is the most important thing. Tia wonkwa,
where there is life there is hope.
There is hope.
And is that so?
There is hope.
And since abit miaba
ekwa bia so yebeduro we'll get there. Ekwa bia I am very confident. I believe God say unyame magana enka baby away Onyame be rescue Ghana. Ghana has been here before. Yeah, we have been here before. Even some of the incidents near Moye, in the 60s, in the 70s, yeah, we have been here before. Now, we trust God. Senyame will rescue here in the 70s, in the tough times in the 80s, where there was drought. In Suonto, aduane ho ayɛ den, Onyame gye Ghana. Obesi ahibi.
That's it. I'm a many cry tete. A producer, you have a poem. Asem na okai and we will get there. We see bisa. You're ready. So I'm not near the poem. Kojo, what poem to say?
I'm not doing where your power is.
I'm not paying on my show.
So,
no paying on my show. But I'm sacred. Ni be fiti asi and me person me bomb my basso for eduma soa. Mummy no. Muni muni ano ma pound for a come home with them on my gun on your various shows. The question is said. Say voices of conscience like you and a koye NDC opposition kwa menya sure say oh my Ghana and it so nipa bebre nya sense sambeba no komo benya. So thank you for all the things you do. Now let's go straight into action. Kwesieda kwabana you were at Kimpiski. President Mahama na no disem utibi sem odi tudwa sem bi say baaye minim say one kasa wo key highlights bi wo. If I say, oh dear, forget about me, just look at the camera. Now, only a name come on. What are your thoughts about the program? What are the key highlights for you? Questions and answers being, and Ufri said, I was at Ghana for Trio Madrid Siso.
Same, Medasi, Aminia, Aquabe, Yeshisia, Yeshisia. Same,
and the bed.
Medawase, Neada, Yashefuase. And Samema Meso Memfa Kwenya we so na membo wabaso. Why are there? Mehu se o sha ase na say yenuanom so enso e sha ase se wo mo bi. So obviously you have done well.
Thank you.
At least what be kwa bia to say political parties so wo hu kwa se wo mo ebodawro ebo wo mo adwuma wo maye when uni bibi aka and I want me and set up a platform. But when you so bibi ka there and why are there?
Thank you.
Yeah, CPP, PNC, other political parties no so me I follow suit. I've been saying this. I've never believed say adwuma we ya ye no same ye be ye adwuma we ya we en century ni we me ni opinion. Me ni any idea. And now, say media practitioners never bought more money because in 2008, when we started this struggle, and Yesha says he pushed that no, as a broadcaster, you must have an opinion. Okoto Daily Graphica, or more editorial.
Yeah.
And the other now, obi some microphone now. Also, there was some microphone or teaching only opinion. Then, you know, we suffered for it. Yeah. But we kept on pushing. And today, the last time I heard my senior brother Sefa Kain say, he said, "Only neutral." And I was good. Yes. At least now we are appreciating the reality that there is no media practitioner or you neutral. But you should be fair.
And impartial.
Yes, and impartial. You should be fair. But the issue about me neutral, then meaning you're a thief. You are trying to hide something. And this platform, no, and you're for NDC, and you're for Ghana. The church saying, they can't say, they say, Watonsa, the Afraid. But some straight to the point. I'm saying, no question that may be program. But before that, no, my more stand dogbe any team abaso. I'm saying, I'm going to manage a platform no the reason why a bad between some boss stand abaso, you may have your own difficulties. But you see, when Obi ewo expertise, well, please give it to him. I mean, unless you say what time. And me share Kumasi MPP or more platform so. Na me raho.
Abobiara na we say. Opeso di Benin compare New York.
Ah well. Oh. Na me raho because me busa me say, oh, why na a manage a year platform no ne Professor Jenano Poku mu yi na kire ye ba bi. You can see there was order on the platform. Bibia de Danakwem. And not to spite MPP, no, I think Stan and his team deserved commendations. They have done well. And the program I'm organizing or Kempinski on top. But let me quickly run through Enyema Baku Mienubi. You see, and then Kojo Uba Buame and Ghana from Buame. I think the last time the MPP government shared the press, a year 23rd December 2019.
I don't remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, 2019. After 2019, the sitting president, the vice president, they have decided to avoid the media. So 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, almost 5 years now. Almost share media. As to why, I can't tell. But I strongly believe that they are running away from their own shadows. Yes, and same people who are media, they don't want the media to ask them because on to me, no. In the Abraham may say the opposition leader, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as one in Central Fushia. In fact, the first year about me team say, oh, on the NDC in Central Fuana. You never me team. Because I mean, who opposition leader will be availing on media houses that come and ask me questions. I mean, and you see, there is something about JM, and I think it's Ghana for be studying here. JM believes in accountability.
That's
he believes in accountability. You can never roll with JM. Then you don't believe in accountability. And as you see, accountability, you know, the pillar, one of the pillars of the PNDC, NDC. Probity and accountability. And from his experience from the papa, the late Atamels, then I see that drive. That there is something he has learned over the years from the founder, the late Rollins, to his boss, the late Professor Mills, and today, or XBT. Those traits. Inti mi who so any media for no eshia no anya me nwanwa. But then me pick niema ba ko mienu miense bi, and I'll ask this question. When is Dr. Baumia going to meet the press? When? And I know me say almost say oh. When is Dr. Baumia going to meet the press? Me say omuka Urajo Mahama Mrana. A question. Hey. You should come. You see, sometimes if you know oh, Kojo, Samina Mabu my papa say Uncle May. One come. Said the best you you know, sometimes so when you cleaner, go to the market. The market square, offense to Fasapo. Kobedwam ne kodware. Ni nyina yanhwe. Said you esiatiafa.
Especially when you say you have done better.
Enti mete say oh, Joma me dwane debate from Baumia. Before I could go to my social media handle to put out something, then I saw our sister Joyce Mukhtar Abawa, and she was very emphatic that Joma Mane Baumia ni any debate biaye, and I support her. Do you know why? I think se Baumia will be bika the Joma Maye no onye bi na omra bedwam meet the press. Avail yourself. Let them ask you questions
on behalf of the people.
On behalf of the people. Economy no running and say, Sidi no de no ko share sales bay in Sawemu anasa krikri anasa hefa. Then we done ye kino way when area kino. Then you need to explain to us. Especially when we are a certain vice president and you are still the head of economic management team and the country is struggling economically. Now we are in economic mess. We are not in crisis, we are in mess. When we are in crisis, which is bibia yanin daso na ababe boy patabri a mess and mess obi ne create mess, so they have created a mess.
Anything I would run.
That is why it's running away.
My friend say we now the proper kwemu.
Yeah.
And ka be don 7 months to cover so bodwe mu ansa na me nko kwadwo ho. Kwadwo also mame wo preliminary overview of what happened at King Peace.
I mean that was na me da won we hwe yin nyina ase. We are live on Onia Angel, Loud Silence, and a few other social media handles. Essential Juma ye Juma bia se unia kukudru na unim nyansa jaye. Enti obi a oye bi sesei ene won a wo pa bemu no unia kukudra na unim nyansa jaye. Emra me sha ase se ese mempene se mejina mfimfin ti NDC ni ba no abekasa anoko na MPP ni ba no abekasa anoko emese menti ase me meka madwen nti se opa ne wati me umpa kotie di oye neutral no na neutral nso kane a we ye wiring na neutral ejanim nti bi nyɛ hwe
Wakasem.
yeah eti obi oye nsentro dwuma bi oye neutral bi oye kromfo. All neutral broadcasters and journalists in this world are thieves. Yes, they are thieves. So they always want to remain unattached. So they don't go to the truth, neither would they want to go with the lies. They say they want to be in the middle. So the liars will bring money, the truthful people will bring money. They stay in the middle and take money. Chop. That's it. And on my be a wasa si swa according nimbiano a central for. And everybody knows I'm not an NDC person. And that's a fact. Nami MPP ni kronunti mejai. Me CPPD says. Okay. Say wo share on many baby akudru na a yen central for ya say kru. Ghana baby ye do say no. A yen central for yen yama many jija abidru.
Why do you say so?
One, we saw Rollins. Not media space ni ya kitu webi. Even that free press as a newspaper. So Rollins mujina ho. Ma papa na no ho hyehina du ba bi kura ye te say say onkohwie ne ma bi kura egu omo office. Then it got to J.A.Kufuor, Alhaji Bature and Kwesi Pratt. Ukai Kumase, ye kofa demonstration by ye fie ni fie journalist ne de ba ye kakra bi ye so ni bo. Time a ebedru Kufuor exit power. Na Professor John Evans Fifi Adamiel say ba no. Na media houses and others. A corner so that you nya sycophants about industry. I want dream you say a buy on war power no a corner war because a whole obinya car, you be sissy in the year car, you behind diamond, you be man a jumaye, you be man a contract. So instead of broadcasters concentrating on the job to save a nation, they were concentrating on political parties to save their pockets. Now, Fed ye be twa fruma no kra ye fi a year 2009 Ebano. Now that time na me MPP ni. Na ye MPP presenters. It's a fact. We saw nothing good about the NDC.
The Kaipa.
Oh yeah, no, I mean nobody saw anything good about the NDC. We were always Kufuor until Professor Mills bufu baako a two car quarterma and that's expose bi and he na set back me who say no ye yapim but them penny for that time di anim no security ho anko and the corruption e wo ye industry mu chief ano hye and no na epra yenya besine say it's a president a friend central phone shemu either say ye throw question amount and I say wo a wan je sa question ni bi no ye mfrew John an invitation eba say Ocean Central for na me wo obo ase me say kwan bia ye fa so ye beba bedru no ye beba bedru and indeed nyame ye yadom ye tumirika kakra ba de timi bedru ye
I'm sure
me do ho no na me pese me observe ntina me nenam me pese me hwe won a wo ho no bi anim because ye nim won a ye MPP journalist ye nim and ye nim won a wo ye NDC journalist ye nim ye nim ye ho and ye so a ya boy adua to free wo ye Kufu a ye be kan adua kire wo ye Kufu ado ye be kan adua kire wo ye Joe Mahama ye be kan adua kire ye so ye wo timi hwe mo so and na ha be de
because we hu bia
no me hu bia groups ni na no bia wo na say oh really and John allowed everybody into this space to do what? Come and ask him questions. Okay. What the man is so no we here no? What the man no we here no? What the man no we here no? The man. Na madwe here me say table no te ho no. Bibi sha say now. I say yeah, you know. But the fact still remains that his understanding, knowledge, the free flow with the media no is unprecedented in the history of this country. That one is a fact. Everybody is aware. So we J. Kufua or started People's Assembly. Anna or or started, is it Meet the Press or something?
Yeah, Meet the Press.
Sounds what they said for buyer in the Fourth Republic. The records are there. The only president were engaging media more Edo Mahama. That one is a fact. You can't run away from it. The only person obi ebebusa the questioner, and one beautiful thing, like Barack Obama, who was the question we know be yan boarding.
Oh, you observed that?
Yes. Who was the question we are or boarding. Some person about board dinya or mal pronoun. And or mal bibia ye timi who say oh, or attached to you. And the yatiti beside the question we here no. Obe answer no obonidin yatiti.
Airport.
That's right.
Fees be bring taxes.
Yeah, sure. If we here na me be busa question no. Onim pass your friend Captain Smart. But of friend Minuya because onim say me judgment Unia FM. Any Unia TV. And what you know, I was looking at his composure and his demeanor. And not there, I think I said John the president we are or to school na or young politicians how to compose yourself before tigers. How to compose yourself. He's so composed.
Wow.
And me de mani netiasem na me de maso hwe nipa. Nti o ansa na me de mani etie no. Na me de maso hwe no. And some of the people ebi anka ye me smartness and nipa no be bisa me sa question na. Anka ebi a me answer. But he will find a very beautiful way to answer you. The answers were on point. Some of the questions were not clear. And Mr. Minu Central for the brofo and by force. What the brofo could be a question now wouldn't mean we send you a jai. Kandagmane kafrafra. Joma Hamot is Rim Casa or the tree. Now, on me here and
now, let me find out. What do you think about the Equadio King, about the Yanoma, almost person Central for Bishop? He was answering the question said that Baina.
Me, Ebiana, we need a running mate.
This is the way.
Fortunately, we need a run. And see, young fan said, says an Apo session. And see, a few Western regions, maybe because now they are planning. So, Ombesa on Velibium. Ombesa outdoor review.
Could you at least tell me no occur round some? Now, Owakwenya say, Odru. Amantama. There are media practitioners there. I strongly believe.
You see, Media.
Why do you think, sir, for about 4 years, Nkrofui, Kufuado, Bawumia, media for they don't want to meet
COVID and Russia, Ukraine.
After COVID,
COVID and Russia, Ukraine.
That's how ridiculous it is.
Ghana and Central for Yenia started. Unlike before now. Se Pami, you sure so offense Central for 10 now. Now, your question is show me some money. The Munai NG.
No, but could you see?
And
could you, my memory, Kakra, I think it's an environment near too hostile. Mamo.
Debbie, and your hostile.
Yeah, maybe I have stayed in Kumasi. I've worked with LOFM. I was with you in Kumasi. This Bobia NDC started from Kumasi, which you are aware. It got to a time, even you and myself, issues.
We had issues.
Yeah, we had issues because Bobia NDC. But me, I was not afraid of the environment.
Yeah.
Because now I have it on the back of my mind. Say the worst issue is on my life until you push me out from the ship.
But if it's an ebimusro.
Yeah, that time not is slow kakra.
Yes,
let me finish on John's encounter with the media. And Oshe Sesena, he's becoming too intimidating, and I think he should slow down.
Why?
John.
I don't know what you're intimidating.
No, I mean, in politics, in politics, you allow maturity and experience to express thoughts. And then you allow young men with knowledge to execute. Now, the experience and the maturity of John Mahama expressing thoughts are deadly. Uben will be proud. No. I mean, it's a fact. John is behaving like Obama. Now, when they call presidential debate, there's trouble for you.
It's become an institution.
Yes,
the institutional memory.
I mean, there's trouble for you. He's got voice clarity. He's got composure. He can stand one place for more than 7 minutes without even turning his head. When you are competing with people of that nature, as I said, we are careful with UPSA. She's also started learning that. Now, let's be real. Baumia cannot stand 2 minutes without moving away from his original position. He's not a preacher. He's a politician. Preachers hop, politicians stay. Napo cannot stand at one place for a very long time without hopping. And I was surprised. I don't know if it was a KJTR evangelist yesterday. No. I mean, no, you see, sa kokro we no na ma politicians no. We are Drew baby.
You know why Manasseh Azuri went back to
apologize? No, you see, yeah, Drew baby. We need to open up the wounds so that the Ghanaian politician will know that no, people are observing, people are watching, so that they will not take us for a ride again. Because watch the way he was hopping.
Hopping, what you're saying? Can you?
Or the and you see, me you're very hot. And I'm saying to me, I want to sit, so I will not hop. Or the bar, no, I gallop it. No, the bar, no gallop it. It's a matter of breath. Anytime your breath control and your thoughts.
Where the omo pa wumbe tiaka, omo consultancy. Baby, I'm a person made all corner. President Mahama, Mr. Kafu de Bisan question about the obeye afa galamsey ye say issue. Connected to that was a question Samobekaya from Kojo Yankson of Joy FM about Omoye galamsey aban say Omoye galamsey into the Omakoto efiase. John Mahama gave answers. Okay, I say Ompene Emaye nye galamsey will assume and acquire him. He will ban it. And Omo efiase no. And I'm saying you're the real kingpins of galamsey. Ne binum na disika show much years you know. yen fanche woman yen started from a clean state. I want to know what you think about that, because meaning say you are passionate about that. Because you must start free. Now you back, then we'll go again.
As I'm making. And NDC 364 the problem. We see what you mean. MPP ministers to Galamsey. Maka, and I am repeating, Western Regional Minister Otu Galamsey. Imrekuduka Otu Galamsey. Yes, Otu Galamsey. Axim Nzema East MCE. Onokura de or shopper or ton Galamsey equipment, champagne equipment. As our champagne say on the shop. No koto spare parts. No, they are repair. Machine ready to Galamsey. And I have dared them the past 4 months. I want them to go to court and they will see something. And because people are desperate, they don't care about Ghana anymore. And His Excellency was right. They know nothing about where the funds are coming from. The main ones are here in Accra. And what this kind of say. Young guy or Tiwa promising us a member with Juma. Now one man a Juma nye. Me ye Juma wa napko. Open say ugu napko. One mama man. There was no exit plan. There was no proper exit plan as compared to the youth employment and even JIDA that had a solid exit plan. You had no exit plan. So all the so-called 100,000 youth now were thrown off the hook. No? Because when did you obey? But Nipana site in Yenediano.
Otimito excavator.
Otimito excavator. Yeah, man, and Kratan chief of staff desk. So, Jubilee House. I've said this one too. I want to check. No. Yeah. I mean, what frame up already? Yeah, sure. What check? Okay. And then we are now Minerals Commission, any Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. We not to Galamsey. I've said it over and over again. I want them to come and challenge me. Minerals Commission from Astrobesi, from their board, everybody we not to Galamsey.
Then you're going to say
forget it. Because so we to Galamsey. Minerals Commission, Mami Odano, ni constituency or no ni fie echi ye to Galamsey. It is a wound to be now we are Minerals Commission penia. Then necessary. Ukochia kwadano temure muhona. Watch a fly. And you rasante hene. Miro machi bro. Emra Ashanti Regional Minister ye or way. Any more Lands and Natural Resources Minister koye. Uche di Asante hene kai. Wase mobile number come share them. Said the more natural mamma and Bamenka. But answer na make kind the more natural brams and menkaino. Mamma come in the answer. And as I'm taking my tears, say, Sabia Bruce Sabianado, one on what them hono. And him quite for we would any and mention on what here will be any Galamsey site. One I can know me MPs.
MPP are being paying for
DCs. Ministers. Chief executives. And no tune for can say. Yenya ye what them here, ye che mu or hasesia. Yenya ye mu or hanchi chemedu asana etu Galamsey no. No mu musika bo Galamsey humbai. What happened? So I think that.
You think the answer was right?
Yes, the answer was right. And you don't expect to tune for so sabe or bank and answer or kungura makochubi to Galamsey. A Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Minerals Commission responsibility to do that.
So we can give the amnesty to Nkitten go after Bamum penny for no
Sammy menin sound. Minu or two. No, I could react idea. Na accommodate me. Na fi Michia Minu restaurant. No, I told you, mammy. No, I told you, mammy. My dear, we did 3 days. Benjamin and I do so to emu. Na post for akwachino na ka che say aduane ne captain David ana ye dem be court ye do court wa e ye den na de aduane bi na so minu no no what one restaurant e come de me no to aduane ma me na me di
de wo de wo mokro no
na wa mokro no enti wo wa de sika no tenkran ha.
They are the ones.
Ministries, departments and agencies in penifone na won kran ha won na e yes adwuma no won na say e di kan chewo Who said we don't know them?
We know them.
I mean, they are there.
But that's a question. But Bobby, Mahama announced a certain policy. It's the first time one president being Ghana matters waka bibisa, and I want to pick your thoughts on that. Or say, even though mining is not illegal, well, who says openema wo party mpanyinfo a odi omoba wa bemu eko yesa former gudie tu adwuma ni bi mining ni bia entimi ma ekon against galamsey a yese nsuo ni akwaye no entimi ma yenku ni ye enti ono de ompene ema na bemu nipa bia enye mining, not even galamsey, because galamsey is illegal, but ompene ma wonye mining wo panyimu na e was a wo beboa no na ye bo nsuo ni akwaye ompene. What do you think about this policy?
Same,
or if you want to do mining, konakoye mining.
Mining, Niger, I remember to said the minua kojo a kind, but some my main clear be quick. Na membra way so during a year question and answers no. Omubusa GMBB about a year sports.
Yes.
Where that's what mobile building sports stadiums and no or can be say to me. And I think I for on that position I would just depart from His Excellency's point. You see, the NDC has a track record in sports, in sporting facilities, and yeah, this is the CK Stadium. Enti minim say yes owura Jomama share online baby ase yakodu no ene se opeke online no a ompeso obese bo bebre yet ase but sometimes look our track record and when owura Mama track record owura Mama every opportunity to reset the country, because when Professor Mills picked a year on my memo from Kufuor. President Mahama was there. On the difficulties, and on said the boss at 10 and Yama around. Say experience no. Then when Yami and Adumane be main driver, on the difficulties, or 10 Yama, because to stay in court for almost like a year, and still you are able to manage the economy.
So you wanted a clear promise in the BC Stadium. But remember good news, because speech, there is a part here you spoke about that, about not building new stadium, but rehabilitating the Atrasiamana proper.
You see, I think that we don't have to overstretch your facilities are your water by doing new things that we don't have new brains to manage.
Yeah, that's the point. We can
one, two. Sesia yetiheno yeni FIFA approved stadia.
Yeah.
And only idea say Accra Sports Stadium, Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium, Tamale the no credit to wine. Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium.
Then we have Esipon.
Hold ye Omako ye, Takrade, and all the others. None of our stadiums what Ghana and the year FIFA approved that. You bet me about match and Nam sent.
What the any training center?
Emma and Nam Santino, Emma Black Stars, Echo Kumaseno, Thomas Pate, Vice President to Coino, as more catcher and say, and yes, can you hear Ujaf? Cause me boss now. No cash. I dare you hear say per pitches, Papa.
Get that from your archives. What President Mahama said about sports facilities from his speech.
Stadiums no more Bob is sports presenters. Yeah, the table. And echa.
It's not healthy.
And the stickers. Attachment to ball, boss what to
so ball.
Yes.
No, yeah, sports. And in fact, sports is an avenue for job creation for
exactly. And I want John Mahama. Let me say this: John Mahama should give us his clear
on sports
cut policy.
On sports.
His Excellency Monka promise no Ghana for Jini Dioma. On Sebono, more beer, so
but I will give you something that you
because our track record, Ghana for Nimno, Wayebi, the NDC, PNDC, we know them, and we should just do the do. Now, the issue about Galamsey with His Excellency response, our MIA, apt, on point, Adentia, and me so kojasne na menenako. The main reason why Ghana is struggling with Galamsey issues is because the president and his people are involved.
Hey, Masa, Bohobi, mame.
I put for them to Galamsey no. I put for them Baumianum to Galamsey no. You see, let me be frank here. Mpacho, when you more,
sure.
I'm not so stupid to feel say Galamsey Akufo-Addo buy and a buy. I'm not stupid. Yenya issues from rolling style, a operation, cow leg, any those now. But you see, the previous administration almost dealing with the issue because the government was not part of the Galamsey. Now, we are not able to tackle the problem because the presidency is involved, and I'll give you.
Presidency now, just say.
National security. Yes, my Galamsey as ever no. And night before now, the catch him say, "Yeah, can say the presidency is involved." Hey, I have said it on there before. You see, the Galamsey thing now, no.
Serious.
Sammy, Galamsey now, a cost. People are looking for money for campaign. So, enya dia wombe jai.
But omobes say you na amagana ya krensu abagana in the name of
what's the Ghana ya krensu? No one is saying krensu.
Yeah, important. That's the sad thing.
Wouldn't say so cry abani another business for them. They create the means to create business
and
out
profit of it.
Yes.
Wakasa.
That is what they are doing to us.
So you hold President Mahama to that promise.
Look, hey, meba, for the government to succeed in Galamsey business, almost said that police, the military, and the police is shame. For the first time, no, for when that to be done, say you're down sorry one day, you say national security car. See, I know the mom a year. Friends, akwaya Okokuma say afedu nko bepe flag bearer ni bi edi o MPP mu na yi kru nkura no ye adamfi na napon ye na mom yi na napon adi na napon na ye head of transport e wo Jubilee ye da sori ya ye si boys bi gina ti wa forest mu tu go
Akufo-Addo krom no
yes ye etiwa ye ko che wo mo national security boys they were 8. And they were using national security cars. Please.
Make a story.
Please.
And
they picked the cars from the Jubilee House. They took these boys to court. Boys no enianom ebe threaten say Akufo-Addo enyai boys no boys no be shase akasa. Omo kasa enye papa.
Because you be hu mpenyufo na sesho meeting nyina. I see.
The next week omo call court. And Omijai boys now. As I'm talking to you now, 4 Ewa Abuchi. As I'm not a foolish case.
Wow. Am I
no, how can say I buy your far
national security near soldiers
cars.
And they are protecting a buying penny for more Galamsey will assume. I mean, how wicked can people
be? So say Obi Kache say, look, go and listen to Ekowusi. Sit down. Listen to that tape very well.
MPP,
Vice
Chairman, Central
Region. And I hope, maybe already
a parliamentary candidate.
Sound okay. Just imagine this guy.
And on that guy is a candidate for jail. But candidate for jail.
Because these two guys, there is no way NDC we need election. Jomama Momo for Moody.
Baby, I would yes in it. Baby. There was a question about sports video now already, but monkey pima me yebebo. But there was a question about and some yebeko free SHS and yanko father for all. Since Central ni be shunned off. Bisa Ira Mahama say NDC maybe ye born to us a Ghana from Twaba my say ye can send baby ye buy ye betichiwe ye buy as a father for all. To bisa question be say one penny Mahama as a father for all no o boss e the sign one na or the sign what is it ye tutu afiri mu say ye tutu be ye no I say have you been exorcised or the father for all syndrome? Or my answer, I don't have to go into the answer. My means that in free what do you make of that? Oh, so, do you remember that?
So I say, father for all, say, I'm not call because of the fighting corruption.
Yes, or see to a freedom. Yeah, and because you have been at the forefront of the corruption fight.
I want to make a statement. I don't trust the NDC and the MPP when it comes to the fight against corruption. I don't trust any of them. But the NDC and the MPP, I don't trust any of them. The reason is this. Yenim wonwa ewo MPP mu na ano a wo ye niem bi enya nkrata gu ho a se echewo ye nchi obia yenim won so a no wo NDC mu na ano whatever time a ono so nkrata gu a se echewo ye nchi obia but yemfedo ni nyina nto nchen me de me say John aka na me say die nti a me ka wo me show so se meto aba ma no, of which I am repeating that you
Captain Smart said
no, may I have said it. May menye Central for no musro position. Time I mete adomno because say I'll be a fool if I vote for the NDC. I'll vote for Danado. And indeed I voted for Danado. 2020 I voted for Nanado. And I am telling you this year, when who say me and CPP no one here flag bearer.
CPP name also there say
Ansha flag bearer. Because of his position now on corruption, say Oba one. Na bemu ni pebie ni hwa. Obetimi ato state assets. Mebusano no yiba no. Number 2. Say, one want to
on money minister beyond hotel, then you have won't mean talk. Won't mean talk. Could you not to be?
Number 2, once you are taught by a Japade, I won't in a bem to send before co-position. December tells you. One want to talk by a Japade and a bayan sassing in Nano or budget. John can say me or say. The fight against corruption, no. If you really mean that, it should start from within. Or no, the second coming, no. Obama, the fight against corruption has started within. Oh, yeah, no, they are quabonti. Same ube ne chairman. Catch them and say, why you better bobo.
No, you can't trust it. Like Bobie said, no. President Mahama is a man of his word. And you can take him at his word. He's a man of his word.
You see, there is something about John Mahama. And there is something about the NDC. Last week, I'm canceling with you because when Kufuor took over from Rawlings, a bold, said he wants President Kufuor to prosecute him. So I bought Ronwa. And you see, and I'm saying a trait. You see it running through.
Yeah.
Now, after the Mills Mahama administration, then another NDC leader called John Mahama came out. That look, my man, me and you, Yako contest on several occasions. Now, ultra 8 years. Say, what were any debt
on me, prosecute me. You see, when a leader...
Me say or can be about hotels be an almost say or Dubai.
Yes, those hotels. But to Nagam this question also say, Nagam this say, President Mahama in government should say he can bite with the issues of Abuga Pele, with the issues of $1 million. I've forgotten her name. Vicky Hama, and other issues.
Yeah, because like Bobby, let me come in slightly. You see, even in the questions and answers, okay, Jida was a very difficult case.
Very difficult one.
And Ochin some trouble for doing CBB so na ye refi. Say hwehwemu no ono na order say yenye Jida hu hwehwemu. Report no ko di ni wono wan twen ama obi am right to information request. Kojo samre na mre no kra ni ho. Sa emre bi ani ho ono na the report no ye dan e bai mo nhwe obi ehu di tuam because say ye betumi atu katahye ne proyase a ye nso kani a ento so ne ye ma obi akwan na onka ho asem. That was commendable. 50 million cedis na akwa akodi nkrofo bi nsem ojema wo maye no omo na e wose ye di omasem ma na ye ya mom die o se mredi wa mredi ono ani nua ono na damfo ne yonko brebo ekoda afiase. And if for nothing at all, we can believe this man will live up to his word. And I'm happy, Sir Kojo, you have decided to vote for John Mahama on the basis of this, and you are saying that this will be the test case.
Hotel issues. Say Mahama or hotel or Dubai, any idea? Make a one can't be done.
So what power you?
Oh yeah, sure. Make a one can't be done. But when information, would you betray? Me na make come as come as Mike. Me can I can't be done. Okay? And the weekend to that week broadcast now, front page of Daily Guide, our stories near the end by now. It was a proper briefing. And
proper briefing from where?
Oh, Tiasia, we are communicator. You understand? So I said no. I have to go to Dubai myself.
I see. To that extent?
Oh yes, I went to Dubai. Remember what I danced for?
Wow.
Okay. Me drew
before your battle.
Me drew Dubai. Yes. I said that is why I came back to say that it is not true, and I am sorry. It's the locations now what they know. There was nothing like that in the entire place called Dubai.
So they paid for your place?
No, they did not pay. That was after the story.
Oh, okay, after the story.
So the officer bibi wo mti ukoje exclusive aba.
Dabi, me aye wie ma join composition.
Ba ko pe.
It's me verify say.
Okay.
So who jafo wo hotels for Dubai. Why is he now saying say or ko we lose election? But abayin klama ne baby obetina. Then I didn't know correct. So let me go and look. That locations no me am the koye and obia ohu Ghana for no Dubai airport obia menim said the ade ni sisi here ye wie me wife le koye it's ye wie ye na ye me samba back to Ghana ejidani mu ho na sa sesaya bags or trolley no mako na nanim ne John nanim ni.
Oh, I see.
Ubisa no be catch you only power for. Honestly, me who no, I'm person kobechi.
Oh,
no person. Not knowing so who me from afar. Now, the protocols and the courtesies I had man as a former president. It's now Dubai guards the be or no one the almost take car to be more airports or no the neko, and he stopped. I don't know boom it. I feel them any choice. Na me call in chain. No je me yere bag no. Tini you. Or no former president no. Or no je me yere bag no. Handbag no the cotton now.
Or chose on your gentleman.
And yes, and your gentleman. Because at that material moment, no one careful. And you do.
Or je yere bag.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is and there's a picture to prove it. Man. Eti you do baby I you check in BBI you na cover flight. And me busa say does he know anywhere in Dubai and the hotels in the back? Because locations now me wono. I have scanned through. Ubisa, there's no location of the sort.
GPS no cannot
a year hotel. And we must place the
any present for you. Same way.
No, sure.
MPP for
we must place this on records. Say, so to hotel and Nura would Dubai their minim. But they can't that done banner dear. Monsieur, a crochet. Only hotel. Ewo. Sami, when stop it, say, fight against corruption. And none of the support Akufo-Addo. He's the worst and the most corrupt president ever in the history from Gold Coast to today.
What can you treat, Mary?
What come and Penia? Jumidi ni ketaseshe ne proye ne kanka do krono pa e Ghana ha. From Gold Coast, Queen Elizabeth, mo time abroad, from beto Don Diagoji Azambuja, mo time beto share yeso ha. Besin there, there's no corrupt president than Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Someone will ask me why. Number one, if they want us to prove, number one, former Greek minister, 2016 documentary, a man Nana Addo Akufo-Addo the best friend no. Army worm infestation, Papa no so you sue 80 billion, no they fight here. Army worm no ukrubenso. Ebroben no kosi so 80 billion. Yeah, they fight here.
80 billion.
He was cleared. Yes. NDC for more can may confirm. Confirm yes or more whether they ira or they don't ira, whatever. Confirm you took Burkina. But and then no problem. And then another so excavators 442. And yes, excavator 4. Makumako 442. According to Ekwewusi, 1. 2. Professor Frimpong Wating. Number 3, and the committee in it, Epache say 442 excavators in Hanso. I get up from location. Car, trailer the excavator, if you Western region, back Cape Coast, Central Police Station. Wabedru police for check it. Apostle for to car from Cape Coast beton, sir. Low bed was then a coffer excavator no a one marble. Do on a low bed in this year, but excavator in this one marble. What do you not in China? What share budget I call Office of the President? Over 2 billion Ghana cedis a year.
We have PDS into.
Okay. 2 billion Ghana cedis a year. This year. We divided by 30, 12. You would know how much we are now. We are spending almost 19 million Ghana cedis a day at the presidency.
A day?
Yeah, the day. No, what are we using that money for? Yeah, the day. Yeah, the day. One district, one factory. Abainese was spending over 3 billion Ghana cedis on that. AG group of companies, one district, one factory. Into only can then the question. No. Corruption. And this is what I want my colleague journalists say
shine light on
John Mahama, catch it and say, hey, Brad John, let's correct it. Nanado so men kasa Nanado, I'm a chief of staff, I'm a car. Enti ubabo trimu sakura wonka.
Yeah.
And then what we neutral. Okay.
So Bobby to us, Mamma. Galamse when this is
yeah, my member being so on the corruption, right? Me
the father for all.
Me pay a year John Mahama any NDC commitment in fighting corruption. And said the million kind with the answers our the Maye and Ma Ghana for Emuda clear. Interestingly, now Bawumia throughout Nekasa Munina, Netonina, until mention will be bia. So about fighting corruption. Very interesting. Maybe no one Mentias say when the media campaign in 2016, from 2020 down to 2024, TB. But I mean dealing with a last point now raise issues about father for all.
Yeah.
Oh, me witness say the existence of the late Mills. Around Mills, we were very close. We saw what happened. And I think, say, now Mills' idea was that you're resetting or minor than chasing people. Maybe say amwa. Because a near man could for the neighbor Mianin and Crawford, the year of my way. And not show Mukutupa. You don't answer one Mukutupa. When one didn't come on, banter on social media, no more Busao. From 2008 to 2016, no more idea, no more to me. Look, my brother, I will sit here, and if you are telling us that the former president, His Excellency John Mahama, is watching us, Mr. John Dramani Mahama. And Radibemana we need. But if he fails, and then the and or your former president means being but if he fails, no, you see, because the reason why the whole country is quiet, the reason why as Obia Yedin Shekufuado no, nobody is afraid of them. But Ghana for Gini said there is hope. Because the hope is in Joma. Yes. All of the Bobby Debbie Amekase say Kronoa Akosoni or Maya Japadia Benya face. So what per se attentrene justice a year Juma and Braya Juma. The only way out is change. Because there is no way Bawumia can come. I'll bet you no, and there is no way. I mean, the only way is for there to be change. The reason why I want change. And you say MPP 4 year, Bushi 4. The reason why I want MPP to go to opposition, say, SSC to stop corruption for 2 years. Ghana back. You see, corruption now air cost to say, Chief, let me tell you this. Over Fourth Republic here, Kofo, any John Mahama pe, any Abanya Mampenia, Wotimia prosecuting minister won a file. Yeah. A J. Kofo, Alaji Isa Mobila. No one Abem. No, Alaji Isa Mobila was the CPP chairman. Okay, you are talking about the sports PNC. Yeah, PNC. No, yes, sports minister. Yeah. But other Mahama, the other day, no party ni so come. Yes. And John Dramani Mahama so on no any party ni. Or can necessary so then the court san jelly no. Okay? Enti some say Kufuor catch them so be fight corruption as an individual. Imagine it. So John Mahama as an individual, that's why I'm saying that me, I'm not going to vote for NDC, I'm going to vote for John Mahama. No. It's you. Enti and no me GD say obey me a prosecute. Nipa bako anami no. Medase. What I was saying is say Ura John Mahama omomodin ma onfeli Ghana. Yeah. On punishing thievery. And many can be. I say, Akufo-Addo, or you corrupt. Akufo-Addo, you corrupt for. It's a corruption. There is difference between being corrupt and being a thief. Why do you say so? He is a thief. He's a criminal. He is a thief. He's a criminal. And I'll tell you once again. Look, if you are not a criminal, how can you allow a company from Nigeria we're packing in here, they buy airport. More than table is working game. And some ways is it now I shall say or run a COVID test or jump for $50. And after if it doesn't 150. And then 150, right? $50. But okay, after 150, 150. Then after working for 1 or 2 years, you're sorry that crap. Ubisa health minister or some minimum. Ubisa contract when make I know Ubisa was a contract. No, they appeared before committee. Ubisa foreign minister say minimum. Ubisa aviation authority airport company minimum. And you free in a buy. You no more issue statement from a presidency signed by Fremont Pare. Telling us say. Juma frontiers for no bag Ghana abeye no. Omudi say sikabe said $38 million is in Eko. Ghana nya $6 million. Na unti ebufu sem. But Omo exempt to from a year RTI that no journalist or any other person can seek information about them.
Then you are justified.
Unya president, how can you then a bonny way to me proud to look? Let me tell you why Akufo-Addo is a thief and he's a criminal. What was the COVID sika Ediaba? Any a catcher must okay. COVID sika na modia benina no. Well, Yama Parliament, Niente bipartisan committee. Yes, I am coming. No Mumra committee. So now, if you have expenditure, are you a free year? And the chairman of the committee. And can you say, Kabashimano said, "Yea, Bepimena, and when you say, committee, MPP need perform a meeting because a perform yes cannot, and they cannot justify. The president is not worried. And you are telling me the president is just corrupt? He's a thief, a criminal. And we need to be emphatic that for the first time, we have a president who is a mafia, a criminal, a mafia, a criminal, a thief.
Now, there you are, and that is why I salute people like you, even though sometimes we disagree. Because the Omodia, you see, o kano krenachra umuno. No, it's a national security.
39 times in 2 years. Oh, Makokuma se meba.
Bako cry them somebody handcuff.
Yeah, sure. Now, yetimi achime. Yedima
all because chrono na ekoso you are talking about.
Yedima tra ejoso. Me fi kuma se by achime ejoso. Police stations e wo fi ejoso aba nyina. Yamfama nko ba bia.
Na sense na da bi kodwomebo. Ensem nti omo cheche o na kosi se.
Ensem me.
So it's a
no, you see, now what dream you on say, Omu Captain Smart. I dare back be woman. What chimia will be me crew? A moment, chimney.
Go on your bonnet.
A nemenka. Sametia say, Majai. Mentia say, we may day, Mentia say. Sammy, or much the last but 3. Our mocheme. Me group see you. Me HR manager Antama, Mr. Miyama COO, wo nyina bae. Wo bae na mada. Me tia konwa mo national security for office wo na mada. Ena ba ko be nyanam say wada na say nanka kamia den kamini di. O say captain na say captain. Ahana odem betra answer mejide.
So it's all about intimidation.
Yeah, but you need to do far. Na
yet. Na me table bi ho, yes nkofo bi ni pabonefo bi, yes mo betu bi to. I mean, this is why we need to rescue this country. And there must be a new paradigm shift. I mean, corruption is your first subject, but I want to pick your thoughts on one last one. Ni akodi esi kumasi ye kru. Na
but okay, all right.
Meba now the account.
Okay, all right.
On the issue of free SHS. So Ura Mahama can also phobia, yes, also for Kokobi, as well the Omania Champo was mine. On the Namua was Mahama be free SHS move, be free SHS move. And President Mahama gave an answer to that. Producer boy no mame. Na Obosa answer ne mame afa. The part about John Mame's speech on sports and Fatwa Soka Krebi, yeah, banner a geomo responses now. We are going to Kumasi on what the MPP did there.
Excellency, she also wanted to know what your position on free SHS is.
My position on free SHS?
Aside the bill, yes.
My position on free SHS is known. In 2015, I launched progressive free SHS. That's what the Constitution says. The only difference between us and MPP is the approach. We thought that we should put the infrastructure in place and we should do the necessary preparation to absorb the free SHS. And so we started with day students. We made it free for day students. And in the second year, we absorbed 120,000 students on the free SHS. Nanado himself lauded me. It's there in the media. Just, if I had my phone here, I would Google it. They say Nanado lauds Mahama's free SHS. It's there. UNESCO, congratulated us for launching the free SHS. How can a person who launched free SHS be against free SHS? And so it's a political gimmick that is played by our opponents. Free SHS has come to stay. And nobody can roll it back. All we're saying is, let's improve the implementation. Let's take away the bottlenecks. Let's work to abolish the fast track. Let's be able to feed the children better by decentralizing the school feeding, the free SHS school feeding program. So those are all the kinds of initiatives we're thinking about. But we can only take that decision if we come together as stakeholders and discuss freely the challenges that it faces. Today, there is not the environment for a free discussion of free SHS. Ask any teacher or headmaster. If they make comments adverse to the conditions and implementation of free SHS, they are either sacked or they are transferred to Siberia. And so we must change that. We must free them to be able to come up and talk about it and discuss free SHS and how we can improve it. My commitment is to improve it. And so that political gimmick, if he comes, he will cancel free SHS. And I've seen some Osofutu going around and repeating the same thing. I don't know if he's, I don't know who he is, but he's also gone around repeating that same tired, hackneyed, political propaganda. I am committed to free SHS. I was the one who launched free SHS in this country, and free SHS has come to stay. I'll just add a few things to what I said about free SHS. One of the objectives we would set ourselves in terms of looking at the implementation again will be to allocate dedicated funding for free SHS. If we agree that education is the most important driver of prosperity and growth, then we must be prepared to identify and earmark funds for it. We already have GET Fund, which goes into infrastructure, but we must find dedicated funding to be able to implement the free SHS seamlessly. Let me also assure the sports fraternity that we shall develop our stadium infrastructure for track and field sports. We'll fix the deteriorating football pitches and pay stipends to footballers in the Premier League like we promised in 2020. What we call the lesser-known sports shall also receive equitable attention like we give soccer. Let me also assure.
This is NDC 360. We are bringing you NDC and you with two experienced broadcasters who have paid their dues to this nation. I'm talking about Captain Smart of Onua Mache and Kwamina Bobiansa of the Citizen Show. Now, Kwamina Mame starting free ho, we bonita umame. Now what concerns kakra on sports?
Yeah.
Me the speech kakraba. Shahone Mame, nafa your views on President Mahamad's answer on free SHS.
Okay. Quick one. I think now I'm clear on GM direction in policy on sports. Yeah. And I think he can do more.
Sure.
The NDC can do more. You see, NDC, I mean, I believe in more capabilities, more capacity to drive this country.
Bampuntua.
A bampuntua. Yeah. India na me mpese mo beto to mo ho ase. Munim yo. Yeah. Dia mo kan kire se mo be yo.
Sure.
Na mo be yo so.
Sure. So if you say the President Mahama can accept that for football people. They say Ghana football at the because of local league now.
Yeah.
And local league is the
infrastructure. Yes.
Assembly Makasa.
Very, very important.
And your economy the more money yefe.
Economy grade
economy you. Because the CA say John Kuma Nwanka yidim say $30 million on account. John Kuma economy will be a $30 million. What you say? Now, one batch me last one.
Make infrastructure.
Make infrastructure. Police in Libya no come. Really, I'm so when police in. Because the way on Nantino, one and set trained police officer. Also for question, also, who's asking Muhammad in Madan CJ MP. Saturday, I'm a former COO, Mr. Winfred Afo. On the tram ninja pictures in Tabanam, Yademeda, a ministries, police station, ninja, try on the trabai. And I'm a catcher police and say, let me tell you this. In the Fourth Republic, party where yamfa individual no ye presidential candidates in party wama infrastructure ewo Ghana NDC eno no wuntimi wuye no hwe enye yi na enye infrastructure kekese yakosi 6 unit class sad na yemi time 6 unit classroom block 3 unit classroom dormitories e dey see ho no ye pe strategic infrastructure e dey mfaso bebre me ne 5 years 10 years like Rage Hospital like University of Ghana
like Kejetia Market
sankame me ebia me John Mahama kame see military hospital kame nyama dun se me de beto je Kufoda se me friend je Kufo 38 military hospital ebia me ono an kame here
Afaridie no.
You see, these are the kind of infrastructure you hear. And Ghana need beer or person or ten no crap kind of Caribbean him say. About the yensi Japadia ma omeya.
So I mean, the point is
that no see brother.
Number of floor na be.
Only from here when you.
Number of floor na be.
The brambu wa be the time. It will be
Obia nim say ebano infrastructure. John Mahama within 4 years. It's a fact. Infrastructure or you know. Umfie na imu. Infie watch from 2017. Besi ena me no ka say so chemu tena. Abai we nye one.
Captain Smart nekasana reform so.
I mean that's a fact.
Yeah. So with sports issue Matthias but adia ba ko na me pese me free warrants na ya kokumase na onua Kojo obusa GM question be that day.
Yeah, the new things
that a dear bay for fro.
Yeah.
Na me gina chiri Kojo busa asa question no. The ba me team na me pese me catch it. But mind you, corruption no enye yinkwa Roland Agambire. Nso issue. Somo kaya. JM drag asem no to court. Nti
even national service scandal.
You know, so they say
addicted many.
Sure. But quick
on
one.
The new things, you know. What came into your mind?
With him, the Mbusa me want to say, Captain, JM has also new things we actually view.
Was that what came to your mind?
The Mbusa me want to say, what new?
Okay.
Because look, bro, when I wake up and I know that Atuabo Gas, the Mels Mahama administration is giving us $300 million annually. Or is it per month?
Annually.
Afibia.
Sika nke ya debe kwa kra ujafra mefra banonia base sika ne kai kruma.
Se me sori na me hu sa de no a. E se me nkran say John Mahama enya opportunity no a. The Atuabo Gas phase 2 umbe complete.
Hospital is illegal.
That is where I'm coming. So me sorry na me hu terminal 3. Na me kai say na ye Bearland. Na John Mahama in the trans hu say no. Sika mo de ma ye ya ban no. Ye kwaje bosia mo mfa ntwatua. Na mo nsi ye nsi terminal 3. Akufo ado ba ye no ani nua ketua na ya saa de no. Ene nko hu nyansa say. Ene me so domestic flight wo. Mame enya bibi. Never me compliment me nuane de no. Or the mama dan as in a private entity. Eya magdan e dey ye adwuma gu ni bottom. Do I need to ask your mama for any new thing?
Yeah.
When I enter Kumasi, me grab me kroma santimampon. Your mama na my water plant.
Yeah.
Your mama and a year Mampon station. Baby, I will see Mampon station, Santimampon station. Do you know no. 8 years now. Do I need to
what you're saying is based on the why you bid down. You trust it so
why you bid and Jomama the last 5 points now boy you know he mentioned about to reset the country. What's it? I have the experience because we have gone through tough times and he was there.
It's resetting Ghana.
Yes.
It's a new thing.
Oh, I agree with you. So I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I'm just adding something. Hold on. So experience. Then he mentioned about infrastructural development, which means a continuation.
Yeah.
John Mahama is just taking us from
when can you ask that question? So, I'm moderate.
Yeah.
Meso new things, maybe by my dream. And also, and some of it, one Kasama come once more. You see, for a president to tell his party people on where you mama no, who pin say NDC be babem, say look, me ma bemu, be anywhere between me I am mining. Now that's why a government official. It's something new. Bako so akojo bisa asem de be si meeting. Say the akojo wan kasa na wo kade bona baso no. Say me ma bemu ni pe bia ento abanja pade. Because you see, why must we continue? Ubi be minister or Jaketu
we need some new things.
Yes, and these are some of the new things. So no government official in John Mohammed's government will buy a buying car, a buying assassin is good. And maybe how the person Cathedral, what he said about what he would do about that cathedral matter.
One of the most useless projects in the world, of which we cost you a cement alcohol, the cathedral.
Now come on, cement.
Yes. No, what are you trying? So we say
1 minute because once we do
we friend MPP journalists no. Omoma yeti ase say. Eye aban no na de saa aniswade hunu na ba nti ye nsore no ne ankora na de wo nsika ebesi odan no enya ban na me so when they say asempa ana me amede mirika koto cement 100 bucks na me so awa na me de 99 ni bukam ana me ye order ema Fidelity Bank that every month be amamo 100 bucks
I think they also aye no nko
oh bra.
Hey,
man fancy the mama me entrem.
Oh.
Then edi busumi sia 88 million Ghana cedis.
Actually about 330 million.
What's that? I am saying now honorable Samuel Kuje to mu 339. What the catch? National Cathedral. I am daring Ken Oforiatta camera look me here. I am daring Ken Oforiatta. If they have not spent 450 million Ghana cedis, I'll stop this job I do as a media practitioner. They have spent 450 million Ghana cedis. Now watch National Cathedral for platforms. So almost any messages and they still send me messages. Ebuona omuko krafi Israel by na botaina former chairman of the Church of Pentecost. Opoku ina kombo mpa egu obuono Jesus. Che. Ebuono omo de 1 million. Ebuono ye 1 million. Obua. Oh, bra. That's why I make ebuo ba ko 1 million. Messi FM ko go. Okay. Messi buona mo de two container mu ba Ghana ha no. Hey, ebuono omo to fi Israel Gethsemane.
Ngofo ya mabofo.
And ye de two container mu. So omo de Israel botan.
Because do you know that the only equipment at Kolebu treating cancer patients, I say,
would they train?
I'm going to this account to be.
One time, Buono at to contain them this ship. Ebedu Ghana, Emma soft one penny for a treachery, and one sakogu container born at them. A bompire may be a normal moshe bo, no masaka container natu. After spending 450 million Ghana cedis on the national cathedral.
It is sad.
And I think that one, I said, he should start with Opokuina, my own former chairman. He should start with him. He should jail him.
Pentecost. One thing is certain, that accountability will work. Mahama so be meya hwehwem. Be sika na kodubia no ye be hwehwem. Also ye Christoni mapa Assemblies of God ni. Oye ntoboa wona sorry. Am I here?
Because investment be
before. But I say waboa na sorry amomasi. Asori dan bebre. But say obe support to say yemfa nyamedi mokro no de. Never. He will not condone stealing in the name of God. And I think that is a statement very profound. Abusufo e ha na de yen komo on media encounter no. No, there be media encounter the see we part 1. Yentimi anko 24-hour economy. The president Mahama kan about ICT jobs, so many answers. One day, one show, not enough. And my guest Ashemebo Yebesanswa Yebiem so that we can go into the many other issues. But baby I drew moment of truth editorial. I had a situation yesi kanu kra. Impempi no semtro for bi kese. Ha near the no crense nyina ebrel. And what are we talking about today on moment of truth? We are talking about the MPP for Koye and Kumasi. Almost omu yi omo running mate e de atre. And if you wait mame, I will just show you a few clips of Nsembia a course wo na maba me guest ho no mo so de emu nchechire mu ne o ma no di sem we fa ho no atudwahwe we mame ye ba sisi ai. Na abuzanfo asem we me nka bi Captain Smart ne bobi ansanko an e be ka bi me nka bi kwamna bobi ansan Captain Smart nko an e be ka bi na ansa no mo be kasa no o de hwewe ma me producer fatwa to aso just give me the 4 highlights na ye meet what our guests have to say about it.
Ghana ha ya chechi Ghana abakosoma President Kufuor the call retirement but to be sack case we say a free say ya chechi Ghana from 1957 ebe ka ne ye nya president bi a wabo Ghana che na do da Kufuor Messi a free 1957 back on there mo form Kwame Nkrumah no mo form Obia di wa ba di mampanya wa bo Ghana ho ban e di Ghana kola nim che na do da Kufuor me ka de say ye di jawa na di oswa ye di jano no ofaswa ye ma ne ya akono eti na ye jira ha ya ma de si 2008 na bi si biobo chama wutu bi kan na me ka so de ba ya fe de ba ya ni monyam se na do ba ko adako Kufuor na ba ko na 7 January wa so no adi ni oketo ba obi ansa me de me ye ba ena me de che obi a kabu eduade abu school a se be tu a chenkofo no mu wi school fo abi a ne be bo a sa pepepe abai no chana na Kufuor do be eti be shamu ye free her koi adwuadin ye koye ena de ambassador that that's you ma say me politics here ba be say na de be ko danya ne ya England abroche padi ba ko be dis no fa de Tony Blair fufuro aba de fa de Kestama Tony Blair say Kestama afutu ba ko be nam di ma digitization na do wi ase no but who might say Obama England for the national ID card Moyo aba da address abroche aba national ID card and now the da Kufuor do ni Dr. Bawumia ye won national ID card be wa and I want the bie and the bie abroche bie and the bie abroche bie Ghana has a so e bi wa ha na the odi ani ma the bie be simple no why Mahmoud Bawumia na da Kufuor do akasa Dr. Bawumia akasa Dr. Napo Chirechim. Anya no kreda. Sendum so Ghana. Na da Kufuor do akasa. Dr. Bawumia akasa. Dr. Napo Chirechim. Anya no kreda. Sendum so Ghana.
Kwajo Ocham ni masem ka osena na wasumwa.
Maminchia Convention People's Party. Na Menda Mampening Dada onye ne baby call Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlins ase. Pakwesi Misata Aliu Mahama Professor Mel Somwase. So omojojo Kwame Nkrumah kuma ewa Asamado. Na nkase mo esi Ghana nenye won wa te the American as beti ase hwe ni pe bia ode ne ho to Kwame Nkrumah ho wona mambu mu no na otimi de ne se kana tekra ma bie nenum ka se Kwame Nkrumah o se mo Kwame Nkrumah no obi ayade bi a chen wo 4th Republic mu no onyenya nsafo Number 2, say Same when you're presenter anambwa. Okay. And she say Bobie akyerɛ me adwuma sɛ me yɛ presenter. And I wo ba be sua adwuma ni bi for me ho. Ye to wutin say we ya. We say captain say yes. O boss no kyerɛ wo adwuma no. Onim hwee. Na de wo ba me ho be sua dai. Kwame Nkrumah na ode Ghana ba no say momo Kwame Nkrumah na pama ya tia say onye Ghana ni. Enti ye pese ya to aba ma Ghana ni a ne running mate ye Ghana ni. Enti na me meto atia wo no. Cause na po onye Ghana ni. And CPP ni bi obeto aba ma MPP bi a wadwen wo fam. Any Nkrumahist in this country, including J. Kufuor, any Nkrumahist who would vote for the NPP this time because of Napo, Sabi wadwen of him. And let me tell you this, Sammy, Kwame Nkrumah, you need big 6 biya o Ghana. There's nothing called the big 6. The time when you wanted that for a babachi. Kwame Nkrumah na ye independence my. Na bra Kwame breye even before ansa obete Ghana National College 5 years before ye independence enye easy ofin cry oko Axim odu Cape Coast na nkoda ye demonstration about sa soldier fo ya ye ball mutu kan sergeant ajete no mu ne ade and then nkola no so support it. Kwame do kwan ho the driver ni no ye ofi voter region ofi akache na Kwame gina kwan no then am so say ni o mapa me o say me ne Kwame Nkrumah no so say wo ne Kwame Nkrumah de ene bra pebibi ye kopacho maye o say me kopacho no tam wo course ro no kote Ghana National College te Kwame Nkrumah boarding Ghana no the T school 5 years before Omanji independence ye be fra kuru ne Ghana ti ye fa no nto Kwame Nkrumah na pono sa akwa no sa de bi no ono sa no ono e ka kire se mo Kwame Nkrumah no KNUS no call ye no sabi ye ne busu ni bia na si ye e Kwame Nkrumah na si Legon Kwame Nkrumah na si ye kana na do si ye nyim firi so ne fa na wo fa din to so ensi ne wo fa nyo ne si e Kwame Nkrumah na si ye hwe so ye Dr. Bawumia running mate Dr. Bawumia na yere Samaria Bawumia Madam, good evening. I hope so we here. Nice woman. Sukula sa oba ne call ye men ne wa be ni party through ma Bawumia ware no. Infantman girls. Kwame Nkrumah ni see. Na po yire owa ni se ko school be ko ba. Kwame Nkrumah ni see school na po yire ko here. Na dwe nya dwuma na. What is wrong with him? Okay. Otumfo bu baby o say. Sa ba ni bukura na msuru. O say kwasi o kasa bumbum. Ya de woman na suma no, ye mfa sum sam nsuma no.
To si su bi ma.
Kwasi o kasa bumbum. Ye mfa asumsem nsuma no, ye de woman na suma no. Ti na posore ye no no nim ni sudi ni ban ti no watro. Nso obobo hye ni botom. MPP for san kotro krata man say uja for jiwo echi wo hwe ade no so ohwe do so go you. No de hye ni botom. No wakeka de ope. Sami Kwame Nkrumah John Mahama osi Legon Hospital osi Bank of Ghana Hospital osi Rage onumpo o say wo de mama mfa mo ho nto Kwame Nkrumah ho na John Mahama wa ya Sami University of Cape Coast professor say wo MPP mo boost nyina e hono mo ko school Kwame Nkrumah is sa school no Winneba me kwa Pam Secondary School Kwame Nkrumah was insulted by the UP say wakosi school wo Winneba esi school wo Swedru na wasan so di school akɔhyɛ muhrem Kwame Nkrumah wept. It took Ogwamahene to call him and told him say ma obon to him na dachi eso Ebamfa so. Apam secondary school na tehi. Kwame Nkrumah si school ni si nwura mu. Say na nwura no eba be yekru Captain Smart. Akosa school ni bi. Akufo-Addo be di president. Onchem secondary school awasi from beginning to the end. The Mahama Kurasi si ho went me and complete. Fosu Training College. And then na put me fe na se catch the Ghana church for kita diploma say. One day one bon no mo call school mo ntwa the 4 passes and they call Fosu Training College Kwame Nkrumah ne see for Penny Secondary School baby anana do free no Kwame Nkrumah ne see Techimai Secondary School, Doma Secondary, Tema Secondary, Oda, Labone, Kwadaso College of Education, Atebubu Training College, Brekum Training College, Enche Training College. Kwame,
and the schools are still there to date.
Kwame Nkrumah and the CE. Wo waben get founder Rollins Sebe, no only master's degree, only first degree de baye. Only Akufo-Addo de Akosi awowa. Fienson aje husika into get fund ne etom kukuru neko etom kukuru neko etom kukuru neko wo de no to nchen ya hwe kwanya Kwame Nkrumah fa so industrializing Ghana. And I understand before can one district one factory na me boso for me because ajima kura no yebi osisi gari factories here there on 31st December women's movement for the money na adada. But back to Nkrumah hwe Se Kwame Nkrumah eba ni trim so bisi National Cathedral ena wanya akoso mu a kaka na ebe na ebe so ya Kwame Nkrumah te hwan ko be di president odi wie no so akase be nya akoso mu ba metu amena me nya akoso mu but metu amena na ma friend National Cathedral kaka na ebe na ebe so na na do so ko Legon na na do ye demonstration e wo Legon he led the demonstration so Mario Nkoko nam dodo Adintra, every day, every week, you 2 crates of eggs and a 4 chicken per student. Akufo-Addo na be na no kai. And let's see here on no sana promo or then ho to Kwame Nkrumah ho no. And then Legon students no umudi aduane ben. Aduane ben no umudi.
It's also secondary school aduane abusu ama teachers ni teachers kre wi aduane.
Hwe Kwame Nkrumah Institute of Economics and Political Science. What did he decide to do? And not Tamko Winiba. And I'm afraid you sue the NDC. Kwame Nkrumah said that no. We share Ashanti region. Omo pejadi. Inti yambo modena yammo Ashanti region e dwedi de nkoso. Inti ahodo yensisi edwa na yammo awo. Okwa no akoyewe okwa no akoyewe. And the Cape Coast man hene friend say ebe imbrada bra. Na wo ada no awara wo we ahowa rusun amena mo fro na mcheche ore nti gwai nti factory bi aman also nana gwai will produce the workers nti awu je na Cape Coast the means schools wo ho hwe napo na ni atra ne nton na oka asem bi say history be repeat ne ho 16 years ago baby ojina na Akufo-Addo stage bugum se ni refia me kan na no ebu agum na wakanam ontimi nwesa na wa mene da na nipa na ode na sem akono so no so nima me ka kire no hwe je ikufo akra majo obedi mampeni ye na na ba efia se wa kobi se wa ambe o ka kire se nkrofo Kwame Nkrumah no se wunya se mpapa bia nka mfa na ho a kama no tumu no na poko menhia just enra owie yewura ho a okochi Asante Hima ase daison Asante Hima esa ka the same thing kire napo na Asante Hina tufu akwada ohene na atetewo wa tufu in less than 3 hours na wakojina simpies we did Asante Hina tebsa futu na ade maame no etai mempe for wade na Asante Hina na ka biom sa akwada yenim se obese daache ye tunufu wadema isa tunufu abonte enti Asante ni yes
so we are very profound
yes akwada yenim se obese daache ni se tunufu wadema isa tunufu abonte eti asante ne kasa no hwɛ asante no yɛ nyansafo bruta wanhwɛ wo hu da ɔse yɛbɔ wudi no nkurɔfoɔ se w'ani nsu adeɛ me deɛ mɛsan wuti na ma ne nyɛ hɔ asante ne bɛsan ne ti wɔn a na wɔn di yɛ wura tɛm wɔ Facebook no wɔn tie me yie deɛ nti asante ne bɛsan na puti ne sɛ sɛbi eburu sɛbi enyaado osuo ne nsɛm tete ne bi na ɔtete no ɔsoma na poso nkɔfa nsuo mura na ɔkɔfa ba
so when gentility outside cry
nti ɔkɔfa ba nti onim sɛ akwadaa no nyɛ saa no teɛ na mmom na po bɛnyini yɛ no yɛwura so ate deɛ Ghanafoɔ aka ɛfiri sɛ ɔstarte sɛ ɔretu se no na ɔnyɛ ɔno na hwɛ yɛwura sɛ nkɔyɛ dentist papa nkɔbɛhwɛ asantehene ɛse wate dɛm tɔ no ase so ɔyɛ dentist papa nkɔbɛhwɛ hɔ but ɔnyɛ dentist papa wate aseɛ obi a wobɛdi education minister wopɛ sɛ meme ba akɔla ketewa yɛkyerɛ no sɛ deɛ bɛrima fa bɛrima to a yɛde wura nwoma suom sɛ sɛ yɛansɔre angyina a anka ɔman ka yɛdaakye yɛahwete no ba mepɛ sɛ napote aseɛ ada wobɛhyia ne president no ɔnka nkyerɛ no sɛ Kwame Nkrumah wamfa ɔbaa bi a ɔkaa mu da kɔsi sɛ ɔdidi president ɛdi tu no ɔde wuyɛ that's number 1 number 2 me ɔsagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no wankum ɔbaa tuntum biara sɛ ɔpɛ ɔbaa kɔkɔ aware da wanpim biara wɔn staircase so na mɛhwɛ fam a mbɛwu because ɔpɛ sɛ ɔware ɔbaa kɔkɔ Kwame Nkrumah nyɛ bi da deɛ ɛtɔ so bi omu ne sɛ Kwame Nkrumah ne nkwadaa tɔtɔfin wɔn adeda ebinom di n'akyi bɔ nsaama no wɔ yi ase Kwame Nkrumah nyɛ bi
ebure deɛ no anaasɛ
me ka Kwame Nkrumah sɛm deɛ wunim ne duru so a na waka Kwame no hold on wo de ma me mfa ma no si hwɛ yɛ Kwame Nkrumah no hwɛ ma me nwie wei hwɛ Gihok MPP se Kofi Dwuma ayɛ adeɛ ma pɛtɛhye abusu wɔ Ghana no Kwame Nkrumah na si Gihok Kwame Nkrumah Aboso glass factory Kwame Nkrumah Zuarungu meat factory Wenchi tomato factory Kede match factory Akosomo textiles Kumasi shoe factory Pualugu tomato factory Esuchari sugar factory Commander sugar factory Kumasi jute factory and Samom cannery brake and tile factory Takwa Bon Satai factory Bogatanga meat processing factory Bogatanga rice mill factory Gihok fiber products company Ghana Black Star line with almost 15 ships. Your surgery for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You can't. I don't put a hair. I know the Mahama Bayama na yakono. MPP cannot even boast of toy aeroplane airport. I'll mess with Nkrumah toy. Me a message for when see toy airport. Nana do Bongrace airport going to you see
compare yourself.
And then
na enti na pop so kyerɛ sɛ Akufo-Addo wayɛ adwuma kyɛn Kofoana even MPP na mu no
afoda meba no wonim sɛ ɔbɔ Akufo din tiet nsi maka kyerɛ sɛ obi kasa for wani tie no na fa waso hwɛ no ɔse mo Kwame Nkrumah no ɛne ko no gyinae kono ya wan president bi no aba Fourth Republic ma ni din ya different no syllables no sounds na wo mu no apart from J4 and say that me can we show no so say it confirms and komo bi a obedi ye wo cantonment say ombukufo and you see every new position requires repositioning metia say me di assemblyman men kasa say biom if you say bibi foforo bi abekame ho napo sebe what the MP what the minister what say the minister ya your running mate when him say napo onye MPP running mate because one accepted offer no somebody should show me he did not accept. There was nothing like an acceptance. Say me jitum say me running mate no. Someone should show me.
Yes,
once when to be part no too fussy. J.A. Kufuor no yet Tenam, Yaniku Fortin that time no wish yesterday to sing. Na yet to ma MPP bar sorono. When to be palm mention J.A. Kufuor and Danase, no more catch the Kufuor say. His Excellency Nana Dankwa Kufuor Accra Manjo. What the one year you say when I pass him when you're and no problem.
No, Nana don't realize that Akwana can pass him. Eti or the nine ball Baumia. Never be paid who's about me who's he's talking about the phone. No, so put on the phone.
No, be a running mate or Casa, the way you running mate in the phone.
Oh, phone so wave phone. That is why after their course, you know, Muchi the Kumasi and Rana, you know.
And but this one in Western region say one casa, Mona Central for my
first, Nana, Omokasa, some let's say, near home prayer. Honorable, hello, Honorable Naposi one canasa, Napoi, the cultural plane. O Casa Mokwamen Cromano, yete. And see, Napopes watch them and say, I am for now, Casana. It's a woman Munipao. That's my worry.
We are closing at 10:20 p.m. This is Obodrum Nakaya. We are closing at 10:20 p.m. because this is our 10th edition. 10th edition, and it's a special edition, and I have special guest here. I think so Obodrum. Oh my Ghana.
Yeah, so socialist party.
It was now. Yes, we have a part of Kwame Nkrumah. The African of the millennium. Oh. Obi and Nelson Mandela craft original ho emano. Sorry, Bobby.
Me stay focused on Napo. No, me stay focused on Napo. I will not deal with a young Nkrumah issue. Nkrumah story, we don't need to, rewrite it. We don't need to tell Nkrumah story. Overkill. To me stay on Napo. Enka baby a me di besi no ho na mumie no mo ba ho unim de ntia Akufo-Addo ne nan ebo aye Baumia no Akufo-Addo never liked Napo as Baumia running mate.
Something okay.
Never.
For none of the MPP big wins.
Never.
None of them.
Akufo-Addo stood against it. And as we sit here, Baumia any framework parenkasa.
Chief of staff no?
Yes. Onene nkasa, onene yaka.
Any framework parenka yaka.
Well, whichever way.
Ayaka bi ho.
Yeah. Oh. And look, let me tell you. 60% of Jubilee House nipa omoto aba ebeto aba etia MPP.
Hey.
I am telling you.
Baumia Jubilee House.
I am telling you.
I didn't hear.
Oma ye survey. They have the BNI has the report. I have seen the report. Me read it. 60% will vote against MPP because of Napo. Yes. Now, almost forsay Napo on Baumia's neck because polls are not ensure they just use the BNI to frustrate the system. And in fact, Kufuor is the architect of Napo becoming the running mate.
Are you sure?
Yes. President Kufuor this album.
I hold a contrary view.
On this album.
I know a discussion that has ensued.
On this album. Now, there's this leak tape. But you see,
I think that I think that Abronya would have even performed better.
100%.
Abronya would have been far better.
Better. Now, 3 days ago, tape will be leaking from Jubilee House. Boya, unim Boya. Boya ya Juma, you know Boya. Oya Juma Kufo, Kufado office. In fact, a Kufado trust in a chamber unia. Boya, unsi school demoda. Boya is on drugs. Boya ne kodi intro on Peace FM. Ada omuhwe acid egu the late Ibrahim Adams so. Boya ne frɛ radio so Peace FM. Minimi pon ne hyehyɛ ho. E ka say onu boya agyina ho no ohun say Gregory ahwe acid e de egu Ibrahim Adams so mo fa Gregory. In all Gregory trial, omo afrɛ boya. Ne won ketenkete fo bi sa. We are very powerful.
What's the point there?
Boya ena wakoye tape okodi nkomo baby ena leaky here ne ba me inside. Boya say Napo last week omo yi ni we no man announce no mbe ye party wo Jubilee House. Napo sia no corridor mo say okwa haage no. Napo didi na temso onfa ne nkura sesem mfiri wo. Na aduchum no nkonko haage aduchum. Oh, it's on the tape. Let me tape number see here. It's boy, I say
high videos.
I'm telling you that arrogance. As some more cano, and it sa the near Swadia Omunipa when Yanti and I'm telling you two for Krobia. May catch up Krobia said, Krobia did ticket, and you're at the table. Oh, Nimnapo in Tetiaoshi. Kwabia Santene, Nema, Neba Pedino, and near Bayano, or when you meet to say a Napo, or Mujimi to say Napo.
And to say
Napo, or Mujimi and this Napo.
Very mature.
David, Otun for man, yes, sir. Look at their demeanor in public.
I mean, clear
Hold
on. Okay. Sir, Okase onona etete.
Metiasia.
Akonya no won we wo ho eyema
ejameba me ya santini po eje me free man po for offense
but
so I understand our traditions and minimum dey talk answer no
why are you also saying this because we dey ebu edru
no you see no hold on
what dey can you
ahene mane ahene nananom no obviously say dey na me nua person oka no omukwa ahemfie kosua amamre eni amane
ti the sa
na po na tetewo na po ni otumfo ntia da say ode ne te se wo tete no se me kire
okay but amamre
ni amabo am wa kire mi no
good so the intervention was good
no eni na make say ye kuro amamre so I understand it no otumfo ka mi ma de kro obi a ye wo asante bia no you know me free break to abusuan mu nkodum break to for asante mampon ye fie so busumuru
na ye na just ono de entertain na wanfa anya adwuma
wan fi na tie boy ase odidi na tam se on free ne sonko na aduchum to say aduchum ama program na say
no ni ho
aduchum ama
okay education minister
wan si ho
no no the only minister wan ko
sa
then na also
o pa ye ro ko le ha de now
ma won say chairman sabonso
obede yo
I say chairman sabonso no ni ho na Joe Wise second deputy
Joe Wise ama ho
omo nyina
Joe Wise ama ho na unim minia de entia mo de na poko se ba omi akon no say one omo to be convince ba omi ahwe na po your this year they just need Ashanti region their base omo to be nya base no a because omo to be the Ashanti region eastern region win elections da enti election we nya mo enti ade enti omo focus on omo base in Ashanti region no omo kofa kakra free eastern emra meka ho right so omo na afi de aka kakra but so omo to be nya 85 90 that is their and Napo can do that for them to omo kofa obi a oyo odeshe no omo fa namra now not knowing say omo kwa kofa Napo edina ba no and you see Napo no amu in 2016 or clocked 37,000 and over parliamentary I want constituency in 2016 2020 or dropping 7,000 votes
Ti dede no mo ye ni.
One constituency.
Any hankan ni.
The bacha sata no to volunteer ase. Sata no ya this year. Mensia or drop 7,000 votes. You see, I just want people to understand that Napo at damage MPP. And you see, Napo is the reason why Bawumia will go home with 35%. Mamfa to be counted 37. Napo, because wow constituency, Napo ni impact biao. Research company called me 3 days ago. After our program, Nansana no program, right? No company from no so research wo Kumasi. Now so unim Kumasi figures now be data no. Ebe 1 week. Upeso huni ya go to Aguna, go to Asante Mampong, go to Kumewu, Ejeso, Jamase Drobonso, those areas. Ask them who is Matthew Poku Prempe. Me was an almost I frame me. Was it Bobie? Omudu wono. You mentioned Matthew Poku Prempe. Any part 6 Becca say Omunti Dinida. 2 Becca say Omun Edin, but they don't know the personality.
The hype
behind.
Or this year
hype Ejramensia. And you see, Obia watching them. Napo, there are 2 things I will say. I mean Kasanche. Napo impact on Bawumia is negative. Their research and now well, but you see,
positive,
but you see, Napo, yet we be antoche. Napo is the first running mate here, you know, or what TV record or your cronfo. Where you and I think Napo is running away from prosecutions in the future. Massets can win a deal. Massets can win a deal. And you know, put a cover on Massets. It was like normally I say, back here say
15 cities.
When on the budget say
70. That was the contract.
And you're prono. And you know, put a GG a year. Teachers seek us over more laptops. And I want NDC to find time. Go to energy ministry. Or go to scandals. You know, I'm the better here say Ghana win, you know. Yeah, watch a woman. I contract. Ayona.
It's a Okotoso.
Okotoso.
Acted lawlessly, and he could have wait me as I'm necessary.
I want to conjure Napo, look, if we allow Napo and Bawumia to run this country, bro, me come to say Ghana, there will be no Ghana anymore. There will be no Ghana.
That's a part. My could you, mouth two, no, my way two. No,
but my friend say Citizen TV Ghana almost say
Akina Radio so Techiman and many other stations. Yeah, there will be as you. Bonita mame. Mate. So we just over bad there. Yeah,
Napo issue. I think say natural partner na say ninchech lemono e more insulting. He's adding salt to an excruciating pain. And minim jinti asese MPP fun suade no. Ase some dwe bi ne some hantan bi ne ase fa so ho subi. Ba won wudi won watama na ye omo ya. Asam na Napo kan no Kwame Nkrumah no. Kwame Nkrumah na say ono onka ho nti onye Ghana ni. That's why I ask him and opesa na ma me friend say Napo ma me friend say tell me bu say no I just want to know sabi me wada me buru enya do asante ni kwa ni me ma me din anamba John Haman je ni me ma me din ugo say say so me
no but I think so mo ne ma me ni
pacho.
And you say you have
Bra, say, Papa don't go for that. Abranteɛ baako a yɛ frɛ no afiri yie, owusu afiri yie, prempen. Ɔkɔ ɛyɛ Menchia South no. Ɔno no say ɔpɛ sɛ ɔclaim obi ehu so ɔno de onim ne maame din. No ayɛ ne 10 points.
Asɛm bi abasa.
Ɔno ayɛ ne 10 points abasa. Ne papa ɛyɛ Ɔheneba Kwame Twitwie. Ano ya pejahire. Odi here from 1960 something to 2013. Ɛna ne maame ɛnso so ɔbɔ ne din nyako a ɛde ka ho. Say on the 4th February 1979. So no ɔbɛhyɛ ne 10 points na se no. Wabɔ ne papa din. Na wabɔ ne maame din. Ɛnyɛ sɛ sɛbe ɛnyɛ ɔbaa na wo na po. But sɛ wopɛ sɛ wodi ɔman anim a we must know you and your family.
Now, one more, mama.
I mean, tell me, Busano.
Kojo,
we are sure say your name.
We know winning. Why was the winning?
Your name. And can I put no medium chair, baby? Winning. Then we can take the conversation. As I say, MPP Penny B. Penyas are quite be faso. A patch of manapo. Look, let me say this on record. If he and ne ukui, ekosi and then now no and raya benada. Anna, if he and Rabnada, ekosi a benada away anyway. Say MPP point me and Pachawa. MPP will lose Western region. Straight. Chemiye, I'm going to give you that region. MPP will lose.
And Uncle for your mood. No. Consultancy advice.
Mamen can't summon children.
Over in the West.
Mamen can't summon children.
It's good here.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Suppose a woman Pebia.
What touching now? We need to make a saba. Akufo-Addo na Adaka Bugum. I was the same place, no. Kwame Nkrumah Bugum.
That's it.
One may lose
Central region.
Yes, we try to mama.
Media Mekan some three. Kwame Nkrumah embu trade fair embu etwitwa nsase man abusuafo.
Second one.
Kwame Nkrumah enkobu eye Kaneshi Sports Complex with $4 million and 80 million Ghana cedis. Now for the ehono meye ejanan bia. Kwame Nkrumah.
Third one and last.
Kwame Nkrumah enante nkola
Ngobula
general hospital embungu emma enkola mfawo enane football park.
Penyi se obenyansafo yebu ni be.
Masem nyina no
waka. Na abusanfo me de meka na ye de dwumedi na bawie ye ne se. Ye nuanoma.
We dem say wo Masem TV. Almost peke.
Masem
Masem TV. Masem TV nti. Kwajo chimbu afo ne unu akobi fi agbe so omo chia wo. Good. And I think say me alternative. Na abusua eye ni bresem. Mpenyi se papa so pa nwoma so enye nanum de ntia ni mum ne yeyo ntia. Mpenyufo mu wo madwuma mu yo. Omakopem so bi omabre nenso omabetena na dwese omoni oman no bedi nkomo on NDC 360 de omo kani nyina no se bi anya amanyosem na party sem. It's about our heritage. It's about the forward march of Ghana. The area no me sentimentum ade ba kwe wo se ye hye ne so ne se mate binum se ade wo fie ye enya ade bia na wo fia eye. I want to repeat. Enya ade bia na wo fia eye because ade bi wo fia etimi ye musuo. Adepa na wo fia eye. Ye hu asante ni de hye ya papa kofo abeyo mampanyi. Enyema bebre wo ye ya NDC for na ye mpene so na ye support. We didn't support it. But there is one thing you can say about Kofo. Kofo no nya dwe no nya hantan. No nya nipa mu yemu. Obi ono utimi kase. Se Ghana ban twa sika wo ma akọ humabo sika mu budget mu. Se yemfa nko ye Keta Sea Defense Project a ye de bebo ye nuano ma ibefo ne Ghana fo ete bia ho ban a. Ono obe lidi asantefo amoma ye o ye kire demonstration ewo Kumase. Wey utimi ye vice president. At MPP mu nipa asa. Me say Abronye would have been far better.
Obia ono energy minister. Ode dum so abeto yen so. Na nne otumfo say tutu few years ago kojo mebo akasa meboa otumfo say dum so asay ni fie electrical appliances ina. Ko gina kumase ummu ni penti. Jiroku otumfo asa so say dum so bia ni ba bia. E na me no mo kase kojo I'm telling you breaking news. Bantama dum so.
They do so
so munipa. Officer Ghana for nim day. People are discerning. People are discerning. Doom so be any. Now ya bisa o say my doom so timetable. O say mo amon ya mo de.
Person me bisa question be. Na me de can free senior high school. The first car ever you manufacture was assisted na air condition room.
I just walk catch it.
Bonseka.
Na AC room.
AC arama dede.
Na AC room.
O can I see there so.
And he say let's even assume so we start free day. Na wo the free board in be so so a chese me manye on.
But I say benyansa fo ebu ne be yan kana sem. Ejabusuafo that is it. Obi a ti bi catch teacher for obi bia watwa pass kasamti ne ma meze kwachira de ho na obenya alawa wo se wabon onima de wadidi teacher for aten timi kachire enkran ketenkete e wo secondary school kachire enkran ketenkete e wo secondary school say na mo muti ayeye mpo se mutimi kwa agya anan ye mu hu yegu black polythene bag no we ebe ye vice president nyame mpamu ensi osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah honhom be kasa wonyame be kasa. So say asoro obofo ba beto abama na asoro abofo na wo ji asoro abofo di na na pese odi oba na ne bema na ne nipa ne aboa na ekwohye syllabus mu. Haven't you seen the speech? So the comprehensive sexuality education KG not even SS KG enye kwadwo bobi emu amoboa ye maye so diti ya kade we na eba Ghana. So look, it is about Ghana. They make Kenyan, whether you are in Ashanti or Western or Central, wherever you are, about to ayebabetui, me say, she was sitting them, not to abapa. Me de obi ase. Now what you say, the best answer share be near the 11th edition. Abakre Kennedy Japan, the oye dear, obi enemy crocodile the John. A crocodile the John. Enti was for. She was sitting them not to abapa. And when you're na ebono, ewie pa e be aseda na eje obi a. Na what you say na ye be sanso ehia.
Guy, MPP commentator, who is so busily talking about the incompetence of Mahama, and he's talking about the Sagrame housing project. Okay. So this NDC chap just goes and takes a photograph of the National Cathedral, and invariably, the same amount of money that was used to develop Sagrame is the same amount of money that has been sunk into the National Cathedral project. So the guy simply says that if you spend 200 million building Sagrame, and your opponent spends 200 million digging this hole, who is incompetent?
Okay. It was my own son. Because what am I going to do? Like if it was my own son, before people would come here, I could have killed a lot.